All right, today we're going to talk about a strategy that could be a total game changer for your career. We're going beyond just basic everyday English to zero in on the specialized language that global companies are really searching for. Let's jump in.
So you've got the drive, you've got the talent, you're dreaming of that international career, but there's this little voice in your head saying, my English just isn't good enough. You know what? That's a super common feeling. But the solution might be way closer than you think. It's not about learning all of English, it's about learning the right English for where you want to go. And this slide right here, it just lays it out perfectly. Look, general English is fantastic for traveling. Where is this station? Or can I have a coffee? But professional English, that's a powerful tool for your career. It's the specific language of your industry, the words you need to talk about quarterly reports or client meetings. That's the stuff that gets you hired.
So, that leads us right into our first section, finding your niche. How do you figure out which right English is the one for your specific career path?
Okay, and this is the most important part to get. You don't have to become an expert in everything. That would be impossible. You get to focus your energy. Whether you're into law, or medicine, or finance, there is a very specific type of professional English just for you. And that makes learning so much faster and, honestly, so much more interesting.
Let's look at a couple of real-world examples. If you're in the legal field, you can find entire courses on something called International Legal English. They're not teaching you grammar, they're teaching you the exact language for contracts, for business law, for intellectual property, everything a lawyer needs to operate on a global scale.
Or what about medicine? Courses like this one, Good Practice, are all about the critical communication skills doctors need. Things like how to talk to patients in English, how to take a medical history, how to explain a diagnosis with real clarity and empathy. It's incredibly specific.
And you guessed it, it's the exact same story for the world of finance. There are courses that teach you the vocabulary for accounting, for banking, for huge mergers and acquisitions. Every single one of these fields has its own unique language, and once you master it, you have a massive advantage.
Okay. I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but what does it actually look like when you're studying? Well, let's pull back the curtain. In Section 2, we're going to look at the anatomy of a certificate and break down what you really learn.
So, for our example, we're going to look at the LCCI International Qualifications. Now, LCCI stands for the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and these certificates are managed by Pearson. They're a big deal. Employers in over 120 countries know and trust them.
We're going to focus on this one, the Level 1 Certificate in English for Business. And what's so great about it is that it's designed to be accessible. It's for learners at an A2 level, which means you can start down this professional path even if you only have a pretty basic A1 foundation. You don't have to be fluent to start.
And here's a peek at how it's built. The heart of the certificate is the reading and writing exam. That's the part everyone has to do. It's the core. But then you can choose to add on a speaking test or a listening test if you want to certify those skills too. It lets you customize it to what you really need. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What are the practical, job-ready skills you actually walk away with? That's what Section 3, Skills for Success, is all about. I mean, just look at how practical these tasks are for that main reading and writing exam. This isn't about some abstract grammar theory. This is about doing the actual work. You're learning to write a professional memo, read a business document, pull information from a chart, and fill out a form correctly. These are literally the things you do every single day in an international job.
And if you decide to go for that optional speaking test, it's the same story. The conversation topics are exactly what you'd expect. You'll be talking about things like trade, money, transportation, how goods are made and sold, real business conversations.
Even the way grammar is taught is super practical. You're not just learning the modal verb can in a vacuum. No, you're learning how to use it in a real business phrase, something useful like, we can offer you a discount. It's language as a tool to get things done. And the vocabulary you build is completely laser-focused. You're going to master the exact words you need for making travel reservations, for setting up meetings with clients, and for talking about what makes your product so great. It's all about practical, real-world application.
So all of this brings us to our final section, and honestly, the most important question of all. What's your path?
Look, if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. Specialization is what opens doors. Moving beyond that general tourist English and into the specific language of your career, that is the most direct route to success.
It proves to employers you're serious, and it gives you the confidence you need to really shine on an international level.
So whether your passion is law, or finance, technology, or medicine, there is a whole world of opportunity just waiting for you. The only question left is the one you see right there. Which professional world will you unlock first? Thanks so much for watching this explainer.